Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. TRO 2020 donational indicators. Batch 6 went out today, and one of the indicators is the TRO 2020 first bar of our hour. And just remember, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Trading is extremely risky. You can lose all of your money. If you need trading, investment, or financial advice, seek the advice of an accredited financial professional. And always have your risk management in place. Never lose any more on one particular trade than you're willing to lose per trade. Okay, the TRO 2020 first bar of hour indicator has some interesting inputs. You can show the first M1 bar and or M5 bar and or M15 bar of the hour. I figured there's no reason to show the M30. The hour's halfway over. And you can shade between the high and the low. And you can show the side markers over here. You can show the boxes and the labels and change the line style and width if you so desire. So in this example, we just have the first minute. So you can see here, price tried to break out. Actually, it did break out, but came back. Broke out at a low, came back. Tried to break out here, didn't. Broke out here, came back. Broke out again, came back. Broke out again. So it's a simple horizontal line trade. And basically, you go long at the top and short at the bottom. And in this particular case, the bottom and the low and the open were the same, so it just showed the open. Now, in this particular case, I turned all three on, so I'm going to show M1, M5, and M15. And we're coming up to the end of the hour, so we'll get to see this live. So here, you see we broke through M1, but M15, or rather M5, there was the high there. And this was the low of M1, you remember from before, and you can see here, and here's low of M15. But once again, you can see how if you take the M1, take the breakout, or the M15, well, we can even switch over to M5 here. So let's turn that off. Let's turn this one on. And you can see the M5. And if we switch to M5, you can see the indicator is putting in the high and low here. And you can see once again, if you want to trade off of the M5, how there was a short here, another short, and possibly one more. But just trading outside of or trading the breakout of that first candle of the hour can be profitable. Somebody asked me about scalping. Well, hey, here's the indicator for you. If you want to scalp, you can just go for a couple of pips. Main thing, don't rush it. In fact, if anything, when you see it hit this line, maybe let it move a point or two before you go in, because what you don't want is for it to touch the line and reverse. So make sure it actually pokes through by a point or two, then you could possibly go in. But remember, these videos are for educational purposes only, and your results may differ from mine. And so we're getting ready to come up. Actually, I think we just started a new hour here. Obviously, we did because the indicator hasn't put in the high and low, so we'll have to watch it. So watching this live, whoops, might be of help. Let's see here. So we've got H1 there, but we don't have the M5 because that's going to take 5 minutes. So we can watch the M1 and see what happens. This should be fun, right? And I guess I should have probably put on the B clock. Okay, so now we've painted in the range, or the indicator's painted in the range of the first minute. Now somebody asked me, what is range? Range is usually the high and the low. So right there was an opportunity to go ahead and make a trade based on that break. So if you were scalping, you'd probably already be out of the trade by now. Just take a pip or two and be done with it. And that's why it's important sometimes to take what the market gives you before it takes it back. And you can see how price flashed down may have taken you out, or maybe you were wishing, oh, I should have taken those 2 pips. But now, had you taken the 2 pips, you might be mad. So you're probably wondering, well, so how do I know when to get out? Let me add a couple of indicators. I'm going to pause this and let's see what we can come up with. Okay, I've added a few indicators here. So let me show you what I've done. I added the mid dots. So this is the previous candle's midpoint. I added the B clock that I slightly modified there. I added the TR time indicator here so you can see the bar time, server time, local time, and GMT, and also when the bar ends. So depending on where your eyes are looking, you can always see how many minutes, seconds you have left in the bar. And then the magnified market price. So you can see the price, you can see what time frame you're on. You can see it down here also. So, but you've got the daily close minus open, high minus close, and close minus low. And also, there is another little thing in B clock. A couple people asked me for things. They asked me to show the ADR or the previous high low. So if you turn on this, you've got the previous high low for the minute. Now, how do you know when to get out of the trade? Usually what I do is if price opens, if I'm long, if I've gotten long and price opened above that mid dot, I'll stay in it. Price opened above the mid dot, I'll stay in it. Price opened below the mid dot, price right here, open below the mid dot, chances are I might have jumped out, or maybe I'll let it run. Now, if it came back, I would have punched out. Here it opened pretty much at the mid dot, I'd stay in. And as you can see, it's making a pretty nice move right now. And so it broke out of the previous high of this candle. There's a nice move to the upside. So with this move, if I was scalping, I would take my money off the table. Then again, if I was looking at H1, I'll just shift over to H1. You can see, okay, let me show you another little trick here. On the B clock, somebody had asked for the ADR, and the ADR period. Ooh, I need to update that so I could have said current. So we can put in 0 for current. Oh, period. No. Well, what am I thinking? Let me reset that. 15 period. Actually, you know what I want to do? I just realized. Put that true, and let's make this 1 hour. And let's just use 4 hours. So we got the previous high and low of the H1. You can see here, 2657, it did break out. But I don't have the B clock exactly the way I want it. I usually have different indicators to do this. So what we want to do is we want to look at the ADR. I don't know if you can do both of these. No, I didn't think so. Maybe I should make it so you can do them both. Show ADR true. What happened was no, that didn't work. I got something messed up there. I'll have to go in and fix that. Anyway, back to the indicator here. Now let's look over here. Did I turn something off? First bar of hour. No. Okay, that's interesting. Why isn't that showing? Oh, because I'm on the M5 time frame. That doesn't seem right. But here's the high and low. So once again, that first M5, you can see it broke out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the breakout. We can look at M15, though I don't think I've got enough time left in the video for that. So we'll have to cancel that one out. But I hope this shows traders how to work this indicator, how to use it for profit. I can switch over to a couple other different pairs just to show you. So here you can see it broke out on the euro dollar. Let's see, dollar CAD. We had a breakout here. Dollar yen. You can see there wasn't much of a breakout, the dollar yen. See, dollar franc. There were some breakouts. So once again, you could definitely use this for scalping. Just taking that first bar of the hour, whether it's M1, M5, or M15, and trading the breakout of the high and low. Now, one thing you have to remember is depending on which time frame you select, you might not get a chance to break out of that time frame. So for example, if you do M15, price might not break out at M15. Probably will, but not always. But M1 pretty much will. So fellow traders, I hope that helped. Once again, thanks for your donations, your support, your kind words. And if you have any questions, make sure you ask a specific question. You name the indicator with the exact name. And if you post a chart, post the whole chart, not just a snippet of it. And as you're trading, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So drain the banks. TheRumpledOne signing out.